Hi Soul Fam, how are you? Surprise live. So I had to record a podcast with a guest at this time, but they had an emergency and they had to leave. So I thought, why not do this live video that I was talking about this past week. So we were talking about how hustling is not something that we want to do in life, right? So everybody says hustle and have a side gig, have a main gig, have a side business, online business, do this and that, Yeah, while some people can do it, not everyone can. And this is not to be some pessimist or something, but I will tell you why. It's mainly because everybody's energy is different and everybody is designed different. So I say this because I have studied human design. Human design is a modality that helps you study your energetic blueprint. It lets you know what all chakras in your energy body are defined. So defined chakras means that you have all the properties of those chakras are your inherent natural gifts, and the chakras that are open, that are not defined, are the ones that hold the lessons that you need to learn in this life, and you are susceptible to conditioning in those chakras. And it's not that you are not susceptible to conditioning in your defined chakras. You are, but it will still be difficult for you to get conditioned in those chakras. What does conditioning mean? I was under the impression that everybody knows what conditioning is, but when I was doing my free workshop last year, I came to know that not many people know about it. So conditioning is all the different behaviors, different mindsets, different beliefs that you take up and that take you away from your authentic self. So let's say you are an artist like me. This is my story, right? Let's say you are an artist and you wanted to be an artist when you were small, and you knew, because you are such a natural artist. It's a God's gift. It's a natural ability you have, right? And you feel so good when doing it. You would love to make that your profession. But as you're growing up, all these people around you, they are telling you, it's so difficult to make a living as an artist. You should instead get a degree in something else, in science, and you can do your art on the side and all of these things. While that can be seen as something practical, and yes, it's always good to have a degree and education and everything, but ultimately it leads you to suppress your creativity. It leads you to suppress who you really are, and then you hide your creativity, you hide your art, and ultimately you reach a point in life where you have that degree, you have that career that everybody wanted you to have, but then you miss painting, you miss your art all the time, and you don't feel fulfilled, and you see other artists being successful, and then you're like, why didn't I follow this as well, right? So that is conditioning, and this is an example, and you can apply it to any other thing, right? Yes, so asteroid_@ says exactly. And if let me know if you resonate with this as well, right? So almost all of us have been conditioned in some way or the other, and those who are probably less conditioned than others are able to go after their dreams more easily, because they are able to undo those beliefs and mindsets more easily, because there's less to do for them, right? So when we talk about human design, there are a few main energy types. Okay, there is generators, there are manifesting generators, there are projectors, there are reflectors, and there are manifestors. So 5 main types, right? And I am a generator. So the property of generators the main property is that their energy lies in the sacral region more. So around their sacral chakra, the energy is more concentrated, or you can say more centered. And what that does is they have this endless energy that they can use to work, right? Work. So generators can work endlessly because they have this energy defined in their sacral region, right? But if they do something that they don't love, if they are spending their energy in doing something that they don't love, then they get depleted of that energy, right? So when it comes to others, like projectors, their energy is not concentrated in their sacral. Their energy is concentrated on their upper chakras. So it could be their throat, their third eye, their crown chakra, and it can be in combination with others as well, other chakras as well, but mainly their energy is concentrated up here. So they are more of seers. They are more of creative people who talk. Their throat chakra is more in function, so they are leaders, they are speakers, and they can be naturally more connected to the universe as well, right? So these people cannot hustle. Right? Projectors cannot hustle. That's it, because their energy is not there in the sacral. And my husband is a projector, and I can say that. And what happens to projectors and some other human design energy types is that society is based on hustle, right? Society tells us to wake up every day, wake up early, do this, do that. And projectors, because their energy is not there in the sacral, they are unable to follow that. And because they are unable to follow that, then they are looked down upon, they are made fun of, they are belittled, humiliated by the society. There are expectations put on them, and because of all of this burden, they don't feel like themselves in this world, right? They feel like an alien. They feel like don't know what planet they landed on, because they just cannot fit into this society, right? So for them, doing something like working 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day is not for them. However, if there is something that they love doing, and it is in the domain of their upper chakras, and if that involves working only 2 hours, 3 hours a day, and then they're getting paid really well for that, then that is for them, right? Projectors are here to show us how society can work differently. It doesn't have to be the same, repeated norms that we have to follow, right? And projectors are, if I am not wrong, they are around 20% of the world's population. And 20% is huge, right? Imagine all of those people have been pushed into this so-called society's normal living, where we have to work 8 hours a day, right? So these people are not living a healthy life in any way. And same goes for generators, manifesting generators or simple generators, is that although they have this huge energy to work all day, 8 hours, 10 hours a day, but only if they love doing that work. So if you push these people into careers or hobbies or things that they don't resonate with, then they are going to be extremely depleted to the point they can even die, right? That happened to me. I was in a job that was so depleting, and I knew every single day that it is depleting, but because I was like, I have to do it because that's what the whole society does and that's what is expected of me, I reached a point where my whole life force was being, drained. And what happens when your life force is drained? You begin to die, right? And my heart started giving up, and there were other reasons for that as well, but all in the mix, right? All in the same mix. So to hustle or not to hustle, it depends on your energy type, right? If you are a generator and if you love doing what you do, then you can naturally hustle at that. And as a generator, you also need complete rest when you have your rest periods. So you need to schedule rest periods periodically throughout your week, throughout the month, throughout the year. And in those rest periods, you have to take complete rest, physical, mental, emotional rest from that thing that you're hustling for, right? So as I'm a generator, the thing that I love and the thing that is my one of the life purposes according to my human design is teaching, leading people in spiritual evolution and money manifestation. So I haven't reached the money manifestation part in a very big way in my teachings yet, because right now my gut feeling is the magic sauce of generators. So my gut feeling is only towards spiritual teaching right now. So that is what I'm doing right now, right? In the future, if I have like a huge gut feeling for money manifestation in particular, might do that. And I do that in a small way in my current programs, but not like completely focusing on that, because I believe right now, in my experience and in my education and my training and whatever I do in my life, when you heal yourself, when you get to know yourself, then money becomes a byproduct of you just existing, right? Generators, another superpower is attracting things. So you just be yourself and things start coming to you, right? So as a generator, if you are trained to go after things, to chase things, chase people, chase clients, chase money, chase jobs, then it's not gonna work. Is it possible to still manifest those jobs, businesses, opportunities, clients? Yes, but they are not going to be fulfilling. You will quickly realize that they are not aligned to you, right? So that is how it works for generators, right? Hustling, but only if you love doing it every day and taking periodic rest, right? For projectors, absolutely no hustling at all. For projectors, you have to focus on, I can tell that by looking at your human design, particular human design. If you are a projector, projectors are also further 3 types of projectors. So it depends on what your authority is, and you can focus on that, right? So I'll give you an example of my husband. So he is a mental projector. He is a seer. His energy is concentrated here, so in the third eye and in the throat. My filter is so in the third eye and in the throat, his energy is concentrated. So he sees through things. He has an X-ray vision, and then he speaks, right? And that's what his superpower is, right? If he wants, if he has, if he really wants, if he loves doing it, then the ideal job for him would be to counsel people just like me, spiritually coach people, be a psychic, because he is even a better psychic than me, I would say, because he has an X-ray vision. He can see through every single thing. And if he gets your permission to read your energy, then he will tell you everything that's happening in your life without even getting to know you, right? So that kind of like superpowers projectors have, and so they cannot hustle, right? They can only use this top energy centers, right? But in combination, so because I'm a generator, my energy is down here, his energy is here. In combination, when we are working together as a couple, we get the best of both worlds, right? So it's because of my energy that he is able to hustle even a little bit that he does, and it's because of him that my psychic powers also increase, right? So, and my creativity also increased. So I believe that a big part of my throat chakra opening and I being able to speak here sitting on live video that I was never able to do before is being in his energy, right? That is why they say you become the product of the average of 5 people you are with, because your energy intermingles with their energy, right? So many lessons in this live video just coming through. Right? So if I talk about manifestors are don't go with the word manifestors. It doesn't mean that they are manifesting naturally. It means that they are using their power of communication the most. Power of their words is where their extreme power lies. So what they do is they tell people what they are about to do. So let's say there is a manifestor who wants to open a company. So manifestors, if they work in secret to open a company, then it is at a disadvantage to them. So if you're a manifestor and you want to open a company, as an example, go tell the world about it. Start talking about it. Make social media platforms. And even if you have not yet opened that company, start talking about it. Start talking about your process. Show your process on YouTube, on Instagram, whatever it is, right? That's how they gather success. That's how they attract opportunities, success, abundance, everything, right? And if it is a manifesting generator, then you can combine the superpowers of those two. Basically, you need to tell the world first and also work on it at the same time, right? So here is what becomes clear. When do we need to hustle? So if you are a manifestor, you can hustle later when you receive an opportunity, after you share your plans with the world, right? And for a projector, no hustle. For a generator, hustle only if you love doing it and have continuous periods of rest. For a manifesting generator, do both at the same time. For a reflector, now reflectors are less than, I think, 1% of the world. I was so honored to know a reflector in my life. They are the rarest of the bunch, and they basically have no defined centers, but it doesn't mean that they are empty or that they cannot do anything in the world. No, they have a unique superpower, that is, they are like a chameleon in this world in a good way, right? So they can mold their energy in according to their environment, according to the people that they are with, according to the clients that they are getting, according to their goals. So they are like, they are shapeshifters, right? And if they use that to their advantage, then they can do great things in this world, right? So if they require hustling, then they need to build an environment around them that supports that hustle, right? If they need to hustle, then they need to surround themselves with people who are also hustling, right? And they need to again take a lot of rest actually. Why? Because all of their centers are undefined, and they need to process that energy that they receive continuously from their environment and from other people, right? So there are so many nuances when it comes to hustling or not hustling, and that is based on your energy type. Right? And that is how you interact with the world. The universe has designed you in a certain way to interact with the world. If you go against it, then you deplete yourself. It's not good for anybody. If you go with it, then you energize yourself, you attract abundance, you attract everything that you want to build in your life, and life becomes fulfilling, right? So that is why I go so hard after getting to know yourself, right? So start today. Start getting to know yourself today. Doesn't matter which modality you use. Use human design. That is the best self-knowledge tool I have come across till date. I do human design readings. You can check them out from the link in bio. Go for astrology. Now, don't go to just any random astrologer. Go to a good one, someone who has had years of experience. Now, there can be people who don't have years of experience in this life, but they have years of experience in their previous lives. So it's kind of like shopping around. You will need to shop around a little bit and trust your intuition, trust your gut when it comes to finding astrologers, because you have to really find a good one to get the right kind of guidance on self-knowledge. Okay, now another self-knowledge tool is card readings, tarot readings. you can use it for spiritual development, psychic development, getting to know how you're supposed to interact with this world, and I use it at every step of my way. And it is a wonderful way that your spirit guides can interact with you, right? So the universe is always talking to you. It's always communicating with you. If you feel disconnected, it's because you are not taking the time to receive those messages. Take the time to receive those messages in any way. If meditation speaks to you, if you like meditating, then do that. If you are bored of meditation, don't be guilty about it, don't feel bad about it. Go for something else. Do tarot. Do tarot yourself or get a reading from somebody. And there are so many wonderful ways you can receive messages from the universe. So Naidu Kaushal says, hustle or no? I would say no hustle, just be, that's it. No achievements, no high, no low, just be, right? So yes, like we do have like an inherent words are not coming to me right now. We do have an inherent urge to go after achievements, and now that can come from either our own life purpose, our own life path. For example, for me, I have an urge to be a healer, a teacher, because that is my overarching life purpose, right? The sun of my planets is about helping other people realize their potential, etc., 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 right? So that is always going to be there, and if I achieve that, then yes, that is a big achievement for me, right? And there is a difference between going after your inherent soul aligned dreams and running after them just because you think that you should, that is what you're supposed to do, right? Because of the conditioning of the society always trains us to achieve, study, money, awards, etc. Insert any of your achievements in this scenario, and we get used to that. I noticed at one point of time in my life when I was feeling bad about myself because I was not doing a degree, because I was not getting an award. I had not gotten an award maybe in the past 1 year, 2 year at that time, and I was like, something is not working. I'm not achieving. I felt like, even though I was living my dream life at that time. So why do I need to have this constant stream of achievements coming in? It's because of the society that's conditioned us to expect that, right? So that kind of conditioning we need to heal and we need to remove. But having your soul aligned desires is perfectly okay, and to hustle or not hustle for them is totally dependent on your energy type, right? So I'm gonna end this live video in the next 2-3 minutes. I just want to end by saying that if you have a goal in your life that you want to achieve, it's very good to get to know yourself through any of these modalities and to know where exactly you should spend your energy, or even if you should spend your energy in it or not, and which one of those desires are societal expectations and which one of those are actually your life path, your destiny, right? So that is it for today, my soul fam. If you resonated, do leave a comment. If you want to chat about something or something related, feel free to DM. My DMs are always open, and I will talk to you about another topic that resonates with all of you very soon. And I am off to talking to another guest, potential guest for my podcast. And by the way, it's a new podcast. My previous podcast is the one that I am doing in Hindi, that's called the Chitta channel, and Chitta means the unconscious mind. Basically it means a lot of things, but just in brief I would say it means the subconscious and the unconscious mind in Sanskrit. And the new podcast is, I've just created the playlist for it. It's called the Ineffable Mystic Podcast, and I will be bringing a lot of different ineffable mystics on that podcast, and we'll be talking about their spiritual journeys, what made them follow this path, and how did they even reach here, right? So it's gonna be really good. And I am trying to arrange a lot of collabs. And if you are also a mystic, if you are a healer, you are a spiritual teacher, coach, mentor, anywhere in the spiritual community, I welcome you into this podcast as well. So you can DM me and we can set it up. And I am just leaving this live video, and I'll post the recording of this video as soon as I get off here. Alright, so I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching this video, and have a wonderful rest of your day.